Shout out to Kop-ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-ish.
Hi, lovely people. Hope you're well. A couple of weeks ago on one of our live streams, we were asked to do a video on our favourite Liverpool 11. Not who we think's the best Liverpool 11. We're going to put it out there straight away. But our favourite Liverpool players in an 11. And that's what we're going to do in this video. Now, again, I stress again, these aren't the players that we think are the best in their positions to have played for the club. Nor are we going to go right back to like your 60s and 70s because we're just not old enough. We're not old enough. We weren't able to see them play live on a regular basis. So we're only going to cover the Premier League era in this video. So without further ado, guys, from Drift to Matt and myself, I'm going to ask you first, Drift, what formation are you playing?
Okay. I'm playing a 3-2.
3-2.
3-1.
3-2-3. 3-2-3-1. But that's not even enough players, bro.
Yeah, sorry. 3-2-3-2, sorry.
I was thinking, what?
Yeah, so 3-2.
Remember when you had a man sent off, bro? Was that Suarez in you? All right. Matt, what formation are you playing?
4-3-3, bro.
4-3-3, and I'm playing a 4-2-3-1. Okay. Let's start then, boys. Goalkeeper. Matt.
Yeah. Me first, man.
I went to Drift first for the formation.
No, that is true. That's true. Honorable mentions: Jersey Dudek, Sander Westerveld.
Hey, big up, Sander.
But for me, it's out of two goalkeepers that are my two personal favourites for me: Pepe Reina and Alisson. Pepe Reina, because in my time watching Liverpool at that time, I never saw a goalkeeper that good with his feet, bro. That the distribution was just on another level. And it's so mad that how in today's game, we're now in 2021, and you know, teams will bite your hand off to get a goalkeeper that's that good with their feet. And I'm just talking about his feet, bro. Let's not talk about how good he was in terms of his reactions, his decision making. Yes, Reina had a couple of bad games, like every other world class goalkeeper does, but he was absolutely sensational. And again, as well, Carl, before we even came on there, I said it's so mad that how Jurgen Klopp came in 2015. And without giving too much away, like there's a couple of players that I would say are already my favourites, and they haven't been at the club that long, but it's what they've done that has made me kind of, man, love these guys, bro. So it's between Ali and Reina. It's so tough, mad tough. I'm actually gonna go with Pepe Reina. The reason why I say Reina, is because again, Reina for me was in my opinion the best goalkeeper in the world between 2007 and 2009. And I know a lot of plaudits at that time went to Iker Casillas. And in the Spanish team, he was actually second or third choice behind Valdez as well. Bruv, he was absolutely stupid. And again, I've never seen distribution like that. We talk about even Ali's distribution here, but bro, Pepe Reina's. Listen, in a friendly, Pepe Reina went into midfield. That says everything.
He didn't play very well.
We're not talking about his performance. We're talking about what he did. What he did, yeah? And what he did in that game, he just said, nah, bro, I can ping this ball. I just love... There's something about Pepe Reina, man. I don't know whether it's because of his heroics as well in the shootout against West Ham. But there's something about Reina that I don't know what it is. I love Alisson. And I think Alisson over time will become like my favourite goalkeeper. But I think it's the nostalgia for me when I think about Reina. I think that's what it is. The nostalgia's got me on this particular incident because Alisson's all worldly. And maybe because of the clangor that he had against Leicester, innit? Not Leicester, sorry, against
Oh, you just preempted that. You better not have a clanger against Leicester now.
Why did I say? Why did I say
City,
Leicester
City.
against City? But maybe that's why I'm like, Ali, man, you get my. What are you dealing with, man? But no, I'm gonna go Reina. But again, it's a toss-up. If I said Ali, I could have said Ali 2 minutes ago. But I'm just gonna stick to my word and go Reina. I think Reina's a legend, bro. He's a legend, bro.
Fair enough. I'll go second. I love everything you said about Pepe. I'm just edging Ali though, and maybe it's recency bias, but Ali for me does everything Pepe does, but slightly better. And I think even when you look at his command of the ball, of the box as well in the area, how quick he is off his line to sweep up danger when the ball's played in over our defense. Ali for me, he's my favorite. Like Reina's close. Like Reina was the first goalkeeper Liverpool had that made me really go like, raw. Like this is why goalkeeper's so important, because he's that guy. Like Vesterveld would have been in with more of a shout had he stayed at the club longer.
Same.
But he wasn't at the club as long.
Yeah.
Reina literally came in, and he, again, people forget he came in off the back of Dudek winning us the Champions League. And still came in and was like, I don't care what Dudek's done. I'm going to show you what I'm about. And he did. He really did. He was excellent for us. Maybe his last season wasn't as good, but I think there was a lot going on behind the scenes that he was probably getting a bit disillusioned with life at the club, etc. As a few of the players were back then.
Yeah.
But for me, Ali just edges it. So Alisson in goal for me. Jiff.
This is a tough one for me because, as you said at the top of the video, we're doing this on favourites. So this isn't even necessarily down to ability. It's just how much the guy, how much, you felt connected with him or liked him or what have you. But that's how I'm basing it anyway. And I'm kind of struggling with who I should pick because I really like Dudek. I really like Vesterveld. I liked pretty much. It's weird. Apart from the obvious goalkeepers, I've really liked all our goalkeepers. Do you know what I mean? Like I really liked Kirkland. Like I've always liked our goalkeepers. Like I've never had a problem with any of them. Like I like David James. Like I've never really had a problem with any of our goalies. So this one was quite a tough one because this isn't who's the best. That would have made it easy.
Charles Itanje?
No, but that's an obvious one.
I'm joking.
Apart from the obvious ones who actually did something.
Yeah. I'm joking.
So the goalkeeper one was a bit of a thing. So I'm gonna give it to recency bias, like what Callum said with it being Ali. But this one I could have tossed a coin. Like I'm not joking. From James to Vesterveld, like I've liked all our goalies, and I've always had kind of love to all our goalkeepers, apart from the obvious ones, as I said. So. I remember when we got rid of Vesterveld, I was really upset. Same. I felt like it was the most unnecessary, out of order thing that the club is one of the top 10 most out of order things we've done as a club, regardless of whose decision it was. I was vexed when we did that. He made one mistake against Bolton and we all of a sudden he's gone. I'm like, this can't be right. So along the way, I've had loads of times, you know what I mean? So yeah, like I would probably just give it to Alisson over recency bias.
Fair enough. So Drift, you've got Ali. All right. So Drift, you gave formation first. Matt, you gave goalkeeper first. So now I'm tasked with a position that I'm struggling with, and that is right back.
Remember, I don't have a right back in my team.
Fair enough, Drift. I mean,
cool. You're struggling. Seriously, you're struggling.
No, I'm not struggling. I'm saying I'm playing 3-2.
No, me.
So
I'm saying Carl. Yeah, because you've gone 3 centre backs. So I know you ain't struggling. Yeah, you've gone different.
Remember, because it's a 3, I can play a right back at right sided centre back.
That's what I mean, bruv. You see what I mean, man? Man can't play by the rules.
Bruv, when I heard three at the back and I heard the
You knew it was
3-4,
done, innit? You knew it was
I already knew there was gonna be some type of madness. Like I was just like, yeah, it is what it is.
he's probably throwing in a roll on roll off sub in there as well, bro. Just to sort of win.
Even though you lot have denied me substitutes, I've still got 3 of them in my head as well.
No, there's no subs, Drift. There's no subs. We can have honorary mentions. Yeah. So Matt, yeah, I'm stuck between Finnan and Trent.
Okay,
I
I'm
love
not-
Jason McAteer as well. I'm not gonna lie. Jason McAteer, I really admired. Trent and Finnan was my guy, you know.
I liked Finnan, man.
Finnan
Finnan was
was my
So underrated.
guy.
Think how many assists he got even for Crouch, just
Bro,
alone.
By both feet as well. You didn't know which. And
Yeah.
you see how people talk about Trent's defending? No one said that about Finnan.
Mm.
No one said that about Finnan.
Yeah.
But this is a hard one for me. I know people are probably watching this thinking it's easy. For me, it's not, man. Finnan for me was one of the most underrated right backs we've ever had at the club. But
I'm really shocked you haven't said Babel, you know. I love Babel.
oh, I forgot
Same.
Marcus.
Yeah, same.
What about Marcus?
I love
Oh,
Babel.
If Babel would have stayed, obviously he had health issues, but if he would have been at the club
He nearly
longer, remember,
died, you know.
what
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Babel was
he's
sick.
fire, yeah.
Actually, no, I can't say that name. I don't want to give anything away because I'll let you do your thing, bro.
I am gonna go Trent. I think Trent has just done a madness for, like, in terms of me as a person, like, he's given me some moments where I'm like, raw, he's doing this. And probably because he's Scouse as well and he come through the academy, I'm just being biased. But Trent, man, love the kid. Love Trent. So it's Trent for me at right back. Drift?
Right side is centre back.
yeah.
Carragher.
Carragher. Cool. That's fair enough.
I don't
I
need
do
to
think-
say anything. Legend.
Yeah.
That man
No,
needs to
no,
say now.
no,
It's
no,
Carragher,
you don't
innit?
need
Man can't even. Man don't even need to bring up no defense. It's Jamie.
It's for real. Matt, who's your right back then?
Honorable mentions, yeah. I did like Glenn Johnson at one point until he went a bit mad and he had a bad knee injury, and that kind of
against
like
Villa.
it just changed his whole dynamic. And again, we used to kind of talk about Glenn Johnson in a little bit the same way as Trent, a little bit like, he's defending ain't the greatest, but because he's athletic, and obviously he was more athletic than Trent, he was all right. But going forward, Glenn Johnson was a problem. He was a problem, and I like Glenn Johnson.
I remember I said before that going forward, I actually think Glenn's
Yeah,
better than
you
Trent,
did. And I said, yeah.
slaughtered.
No, you didn't get sorted. It was because of me, because I was like, Glenn Johnson better than Trent going forward. But I look at it now and I deeped it and I said, you know what, Glennis, I called him Glennis sometimes. I don't know the word. Glennis, yeah, he was a bad man still. He was serious.
He
but
had
Marcus-
he was better dribbling than Trent.
He was.
I think he had a better shot from both feet as well.
Ooh, see, I don't know.
He did.
I
Bruv,
know.
he
I just
scored
think he
some
had more power.
I don't think Trent's shooting is as good as it should be.
But
No,
Glenn
Trent.
scored bangers, you know.
No, he scored bangers, but listen, don't take away from the right back. Listen, before you start hyping up Glennis, yeah, Marcus Babel as well, because I want to give him an honorable mention, because again, like,
I'm gonna get back to my honorable mention, so I'm not disrespectful, because I know it's
Yeah.
do it. So
because Marcus Babel for me was sensational. It's just that he didn't stay at the club long enough, but I really liked what he was about. He was one of the sturdiest. In fact, I would arguably say he was better than Finnan. It's just that he just didn't do it long enough, in my opinion. Babel, in my opinion, was better than Finnan.
Babel had no weakness.
He didn't. He wasn't necessarily the quickest, but he wasn't slow. He just wasn't rapid. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But he was all worldly, in my opinion. But again, I have to give it to Trent. I'm going to give it to Trent. For me, I haven't seen a right back do this since Danny Alves from an offensive point of view. I've seen Trent do some things where you're like, how is that even possible? I'm seeing Trent get the ball with his weak foot and just ping it to like Mane, like 50 yards, and I'm there thinking that's his weak foot, you know, and he makes
Volley
it look
passes.
so easy. And even when
Volley
Drift
passes.
and even when Drift says things like he relies on his ability, it's because he has that like all worldly ability that I just didn't think I would see for a long time, not especially from your right back. Bro, the most assists, if I'm not mistaken, for Liverpool over the last 2.5 years. There's a reason why he's always in that conversation of who's the best right back in the Prem or who potentially is the best right back in the world. Even though I still feel like defensively he's still got something to work on. You can't deny Trent this, bro. Trent for me is he's just different. He's different. I'll be real with you now. In world football, you're going to find it hard to find an offensive right back that's better than Trent in the next 10 years. Like from an offensive point of view, he's got so many, bro, weapons to his arsenal, bro. It's peak for the rest of the league. So I'm going with Trent. I love Trent, bro. That's my guy, bro.
Fair enough. We're going to do centre backs next, but obviously, Drift, you've given us one of yours. So Matt, do you want to give us your 2 centre backs, and then Drift, I'll let you finish your centre backs, and I'll do mine.
One of them is kind of obvious. I'll just make it quick. Virgil van Dijk. I think if anyone objects, then we might as well lock off the thing now, because I don't think either of you are going to disagree with that.
No.
The other one was a top.
It's not our favorite.
No, it's super. You might be like, oh yeah, but bro, what about da-da-da? And I'm like, no, bro, I don't put at this. When you hear that name VVD, I think he's going to be on everyone's list. And if he isn't, then I'll just be shocked if he's not. But again, as you said, Jeff, it's everyone's list. But the other centre back is where it got tricky for me. Love Jamie Carragher, love Daniel Agger, love Skirtle, love Hippie, I love all of them. Like them guys there. And I'll be real with you, I loved Sacco. That Sacco was my guy. But there's so many centre backs that I love at Liverpool. But if I'm being real, in terms of favourites, not the best, bruv, there's just something about Daniel Agger, fam. For me, Daniel Agger, you man already know I was going to pick him. We bought Daniel Agger, I think, in 2006, yeah? Bruv, my man has the tools to play in today's game. He was the modern-day centre-back before they were modern-day centre-backs. He changed the game for me. But I've never seen a defender so comfortable in possession in my life, you know. At that point, I was like, he's a centre-back and he plays he's like a midfielder. Bruv, Daniel Agger was all-worldly for me. If it wasn't for injuries, we'll be talking about Daniel Agger being top 3 best Liverpool centre-backs of all time. Arguably, he would have went down as, I don't know, at his time, I would have said, if Daniel Agger would have stayed fit, he would have been, for me, top 5 defender in world football. It's like you couldn't really put him there because of injuries, but you can because of what he can produce. But yeah, Daniel Agger for me, bro. I love the guy. I love Jamie Carragher again. Carragher's different gravy as well, so is Hippier. But Daniel Agger, I just love the way how he played the game. And that's what I like to see in it.
Fair enough. So VVD for me is one of them. The other one, it was a toss-up between Agger and Carragher, but I actually went for Carragher. Bro, the Champions League final 2005, where I saw my man literally give his body, mind, and soul for Liverpool that night. I said, that guy right there is what I want at my club. Like, he's one of those people that shows you, forget what you do in life. You may not have as much talent as the next man, but hard work and desire can take you to the top. And he's a lesson for a lot of people. And for that, I will always admire Carragher for what he did for Liverpool. And he will always have a special place for me. And again, maybe I'm being biased again, but he doesn't have a scouser in it. Like, he just made for the club. Him and Gerrard at that time, they epitomised Liverpool. In the same, it's so similar to what Henderson and VVD are like now, because, and again, I'm not trying to compare abilities and stuff, but Henderson leads the team, but Virgil commands the defense. It was like that back in the day with Gerrard and Carragher. Like, Gerrard led the team, Carragher made sure that defense was on point. Like, you watch any game, all you heard was Carragher's high pitch every single time. the ball got anywhere near to the fence. Corners, it was Carragher's screamy voice you heard. The guy for me is just always holds a special place. So Carragher's my two with Virgil. Drift, who are your second and third centre backs?
I'm going to play Big Sammy in the middle, and I'm going to play Virgil on the left side of the centre back. But I have to give an honourable mention to Righty, or the old school man, and will know.
Mark Wright, you know.
When I was a kid,
Mark Wright, you know.
Honourable mention to Aga. I used to love that dude. And you know what? He nearly made my team just for what he did to Torres. Honourable mention to my boy Degsy.
Oh, wow.
And even the fact that I'm playing the three at the back, meaning I'm not playing wing backs, I'm not gonna lie, I love Risa. Like Risa was my guy. Like I'm not gonna lie, like that was my guy. And you know what? Robbo is my guy now as well. So you know what I mean? It was kind of difficult to leave out certain man because you know what I mean, I would love to put loads of even Phil Babb. I used to love Phil Babb, you know, when I was younger. I know he wasn't the greatest player in the world, but I just liked him. Like I don't know, there's something about him. I don't know. Light skin I don't know. I like Phil Babb as well. So yeah, honourable mentions to a couple of true legends at Liverpool. But yeah, I'm gonna go Van Dijk left centre back, Hippier centre back, and Carragher right centre back. Get past that defence if you can, innit?
Oh, Matt, gonna ask you for your left back, and then I'll give mine.
For me, it's a toss-up between Robbo and Risa, innit? Like, Robbo, they're very different. Because Robbo is kind of like that. Robbo doesn't stop in it. He persists every single game. And the assist that this brother can get, I can't even lie, it's absolutely fake. Dumb. Work rate undeniable. But you see John Arisa, fam. I can't think of another like fullback that just like them Risa shots, bro. They just different. They're just different.
Man United,
bruv.
Risa
was built different.
Remember that Tottenham goal?
Bruv, Risa different. He different. Listen, I'm going
to Birmingham City when we beat them 7-0 in the cup game.
Bruv.
Oh my goodness.
Bruv.
His catalogue of goals.
I swear he got 11 Premier League goals in 08.
I think he did. I think he did in one season, yeah. He did because he played left midfield.
11 Premier League goals, you know. That's mad.
Bro, John Arisa is the truth. That's why I'm going with John Arisa. I love Robbo. Again, it's saying about who's better. Because I think Robbo overall is better than Risa, but this is about my particular favourite. John Arisa, he's different. He's different, bro. When
you see the end of this team, you know it's about favourite.
Hey, bro, wait till you hear some of my ones, fam. Some of my ones might be a bit mad.
I'm like you, Matt. It was a toss-up with Risa and Robbo. Shout out to Aurelio as well, though.
Oi.
Shout out to Aurelio. Aurelio had mad techers.
Mad.
Shout out to Arbeloa at right back as well.
Oi.
Yeah, Arbeloa.
Double A like the motor insurance, you know.
Trust me, man said Alvaro.
I'm gonna go. I think I'm just gonna. I'm gonna edge Robbo. Only just so because Rita scored some very memorable goals as well. Even the Champions League run where we won it in 2005. He scored against Leverkusen. He scored a beautiful free kick in that game. He nutmegged, I think it was Lampard on the wing and played it inside for Gerrard to play it to Barros in the Chelsea game where we got the goal, the ghost goal as Mourinho calls it.
Yeah.
The cross for Gerrard's goal in the Champions League final to get us back in the game, that was Risa.
And do you not remember, didn't he hit the crossbar after the final whistle in the Champions League final? I swear the ref blew the whistle and then he hit the crossbar of his shot. No,
he didn't hit the crossbar, it was saved. It was a great year.
Even the penalty that got saved in the shootout was a good penalty. It wasn't even a crap penalty. It was like right in the bottom corner.
And then in the
good
cup
side.
final, FA Cup final, the season after, he wanted to take a penalty and redeem himself, and he thrashed it in. It takes courage to do that.
It does.
But Robbo, for me, again, he's one of them players. He's my type of player, isn't it? You lot know my type of player, isn't it? Like, Robbo is my type of player. Like, if you give me a choice between playing with Robbo or Risa, I'm picking Robbo, because I know Risa can pull something mad out the bag. But if I look to the left of me and I see Robbo, I know I'm all good. But the whole night, I just know I'm good in it. I can have a bad game and I know I'm still probably going to get a 7 out of 10 rating, because he's going to bail me out. He's that good. So for me, it's Robbo. All right, Drift, we're going to come to you now. What's up? These two now, are these two centre midfielders, or what are these two players?
I don't think he knows.
The honourable mentions, Fabinho. I love Fabinho. He's just become one of those dudes. I could have even played him at centre back in my team. That's how
Oh my days. I love it.
So shout out Fabinho. You're not gonna think I'm crazy. Shout out Xabi Alonso. I loved Alonso. That was my dude as well. But he hasn't made the cut. But if I'm going on my favourites, not who I think's the best, as we all know, my two DMs in my formation are going to be Mascherano and Didi Hamann. Love those two guys. And if either of those played in the team we had now, I think would be even better. Didi Hamann was what you think Aga was, Matt, in terms of ahead of his time. He was a ball playing DM who could also do box to box and could fill in about 3 or 4 different roles. He had a shot on him. His pass was great. He had no pace, but somehow he still knew exactly where to be to make the right tackle. He was durable as fuck. He played with shin splints for 3 or 4 years. And I swear, Matt, the other day you said you think you've been suffering from them and you're struggling to just be normal in life. Imagine kicking ball with shin splints, bro.
At the highest level.
At the highest level. He scored a penalty and got through the extra time with a broken metatarsal bone in his foot in the Champions League final. He scored his penalty with a broken foot, man.
Hamann was peak, bro. Hamann was different.
And even when you talk about catalogue of goals, he clapped in some worldies. Yeah, absolute worldies. So I know he's been talking a little bit of strippiness recently. I'm gonna let that slide, innit? I'm gonna let that slide. Didi Hamann for me was just that guy. Mascherano speaks for himself. He nearly didn't make my team for the way he lost, for the way he left. I'm not gonna lie, that it's hard to forget what he did when he left, but I'm trying to block that out for the nostalgia of the feeling I got while he was actually a player. And try and forget that last bit. Mascherano was just something else. To this day, I don't even know if we replaced him, because I know we've had other DMs that have been good, but not the way he was. That tenacity to just Fabinho does his job elegantly and he does his job with grace, and you kind of admire the kind of sexiness of the way he does it. Do you get what I mean? But you see Mascherano, he was in the tunnel intimidating people the way Virgil does, the way Gerrard used to. You will see him and think, oh, for fuck's sake, man. Do you know what I mean? This pit bull's going to be chasing me all game. And if I can't find a garden fence to get over, he's going to get me, innit? It's one of them ones. So, yeah, I'm going to go Hamann and Mash in my 2 holding position.
Matt.
I'm going to rip off the Band-Aid and say all 3 of my midfielders.
Yeah. I was going to ask you to.
Xabi Alonso, Steven Gerrard, and Felipe Coutinho. And I'm going to quickly just say one thing about each and every one of them. Just quickly. Xabi Alonso, never seen a better conductor in the Premier League. Don't want to hear nothing. Never seen a better conductor.
I'm struggling to see who's going to protect your defense though, but continue.
Oh, bro, Xabi Alonso can do that, bro. Don't worry about that. Steven Gerrard, best centre mid in the Premier League that we've ever seen. Don't want to hear nothing. Coutinho, the sauce that his brother has, yeah, bruv. I don't even say that enough. You just got the sauce. It's that simple. That's it. Can't talk to man. Can't talk to man. You can't. That's it.
Matt, I've got the exact same 3.
Swear down.
I swear to God, I've got the exact same 3.
Callum, bro.
Honorable mentions, obviously, to Mascherano, Harman,
Fabinho,
Genie,
of course, Genie, Henderson.
Honorable mentions to those guys.
100. Naby Keita.
Yeah. Whenever I do a stream, you man, this man is next to me. Yeah.
Bro,
that should tell you everything you need to know about how high. What do I call my kid? What do I call my child? Stevie.
You know what?
Stevie,
I can't
bro.
believe I forgot to give an honourable mention to my captain. Still, I feel really guilty about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I was getting caught up.
I'm surprised he made the team.
Yeah, bro, he didn't make it.
I know. It's my formation why he didn't make the team, though, not because he's not one of my favourites.
Yeah, same 3. But I went 4-2-3-1. You've gone 4-3-3. They're pretty much the same.
Man's just going for straight fluidity out here, bro.
What I will say, Coutinho playing in a 10 did also stop me putting in Firmino, but I had to be fair because Firmino hasn't really played as a 10 for Liverpool as much as we'd like to see him play as a 10, or as much as I'd like to see him play as a 10. So Coutinho plays in 10 for me. So
do you know what, guys? I'm not gonna let my I'm not gonna go to sleep wishing or having any regrets. I'm taking Mascherano out and I'm putting Henderson.
You change your mind.
Yeah, I'm not. Wow. I'm not gonna go to bed and regret my mistake. Yeah, I'm taking out Mash and I'm.
Hold on a minute, Drift. What's your formation again?
3-2-3-2.
3-2. Bro, if you haven't got a certain player in there, I'm not gonna lie.
I know exactly what he's done in the 3 behind the 2 strikers as well. This is where it gets mad.
I know, because it can only be those players. But I'm thinking I know exactly shoehorn them in like that.
Exactly what he's done.
Man, that's a mazza.
You know what, Drift? We're gonna come to the 3 you've got behind the 2. Can I actually guess the 3 you've got behind the 2?
Trust.
And can I see if I'm right? I'm gonna go. Gerrard is one of the 3.
Yep.
Suarez is one of the 3.
Yep.
And Mane is one of the 3.
Yes, that's exactly the 3.
Am I correct, Drew?
You're 100%. You're correct.
No,
yes, you are. No, you're correct. Don't let him gas you. You're correct.
No, he's not. He's not.
He's changed it. He's changed it last minute. I'm telling you.
No, he's not correct.
Go on then, Drew.
He's not.
Who your 3 are.
I wrestled with this on levels you lot don't understand. Like, you don't understand. Like, I wrestled with this on levels that you lot do not understand.
Who's the 3, bro?
I have to leave somebody out, and it's gonna kill me to do it. On the left of the 3,
Mane.
I tried so badly to figure out how I could do this because I wanted my left-sided winger to be Barnes. But I can't leave Sadio out of my team.
But we know he's in there. It's fine.
Happening. No. But I've almost considered playing Barnes in a different position because Barnes has to be in my team. So yeah, left side. Can't we just go 1 each?
No, bro. No, I want to hear your 3.
Me and Matt. I've got 3 behind 1. Matt's got 3 strikers left.
Yeah, so it's like we're in our last category now. So that's why you have to do your second to last category, and then we'll all be in our last category. But I thought you said you would. Yeah, I'm saying he never picked. He never.
Drifty is rattled, bro.
Fully, bro. You know what it is? Man's fighting himself now.
With this for time. Honorable mention on the right-hand side of that 3. How am I going to put him in? Oh, fuck.
Bruv, man has put himself in the Bob Bacon chicken wing.
Man's in a
man
Gamora and a leg lock.
Number
said
10
Bret Hart, yeah.
slash attacking midfield is Gerrard. Goes about saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Mane left, Gerrard in the middle.
Yeah, who's on the right?
Oh,
You know who it is. Just say it.
Coutinho.
What?
This is gonna be. You know what? When I hear the strikers, you got bruv.
When did Coutinho ever play on the right for Liverpool, bruv?
But it doesn't matter. No, it's just he's free roaming. Just don't worry about it, Cal. We already knew he was getting this. When we had that formation, we know.
And then man had the cheek to say, who's gonna protect your defense, man? Man ain't even got nothing on the wings, bruv. Man's got one person to cover the whole flank, bruv. Who covers the right hand side for Liverpool in Drift's team?
It's true.
Henderson.
Oh,
by himself. Oh, by myself. Do you want to know what, bruv? You're better off putting Mane on the right, Coutinho on the left. Because who's kind of like on your left side of defense?
You can do either or. My team can rotate, bro. Because even Gerrard could go out there for a little while.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh my word.
Oh my.
All right.
No, but you know that, right? You know, I could if I even wanted to, I could even put Gerrard back into one of those positions in front of the back, and I could let Henderson start doing a little bit more leg work and come. I can do loads of things with my team. Don't worry about my team.
Matt, who are your three?
Drifty's team is literally. He's like it's obviously it's his football manager. And man's literally just gone fluid formation.
It's manager, bro. This is.
I don't even know what this is, bro.
If this is football manager, you know I've got bare arrow. I've got bare arrow.
Yeah, you're one of them, man. There.
Remember, Total Manager, the one that came out for like one season. That's what this is.
Yeah,
this is Total Manager. All right, then, Matt. Who's your front three?
My favorite, and these are my personal favorites. Yeah, let me stress again, not the best, but just my favorites. In the middle, it's a narrow three. Let me just stress that as well, because it's a narrow front three.
Here we go.
No. Hear me out. It's a narrow.
He without him cast the first stone, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, can you listen? Can you let me land? Let me land, people.
Oh, Matt.
It's a narrow three.
And he lives in a glass house.
No. It's a narrow three because remember, I've got Risa and I've got Trent, so they're going to be overlapping. So they can just go inside and act as free centre forwards rather than the left winger, the right winger, all that stuff. Don't worry about that. Anyway, in the middle, Fernando Torres. On the right hand side, Luis Suarez.
After he tried to shower me about it.
Yeah, you've got no leg to stand on here, man.
Listen, let me finish. And on the left-hand side, this is the hardest one. It was out of two people. It was out of Sadio Mane and Robbie Fowler. But before we even came on there, I was saying to Carl, like, Fowler was like my all-time like favorite striker, like of when I was a child growing up. But man was in the playground and I'll just score a goal and just shout Fowler because I was left-footed. Like I used to pretend I was Robbie Fowler in the playground, fam. So I have to go for. I love Sadio. Sadio's that guy, and I think the more Sadio does, the more I'm gonna like think like Sadio deserves a place in that kind of all-time 11 because he's kind of there, just like kind of how Salah's there as well. But I have to go Fowler, bro. Fowler for me is he's just different. For me, even at the three I've said now, he's the best natural finisher we've ever had at the club. Even Michael Owen. And again, Michael Owen, don't worry about him going Man United. We're just talking about them as players when they were at Liverpool. So you wouldn't have known what they were going to do in the future. Michael Owen's one of the best finishers I've ever seen at Liverpool. But I think Fowler was even better, in my opinion. I think it goes Fowler, then Owen, then Torres, then Suarez in terms of finishing. But dare I say it, Suarez was the better goal scorer of great goals. I've seen Suarez do some things, and this is the thing. Suarez upsets me because of the stuff that he's done. But at that moment, before he'd done those things, Bruv, I can't lie to you. Man was just like, she's different. She's just different. He's an alien. Bruv, he flicked it over a man's head in Norwich. He done it to Leroy Fair and volleyed it. He scored a halfway line goal against Norwich again. Bruv, sorry, 2. Bruv, the stuff that he could do was just Messi and Ronaldo-esque. Dare I say, it was just different. So that's why he gets in there, because when I saw him play, I was like, I've never seen a striker do something like this. Like, I've never seen a striker that's like, that can do things.
But in my opinion, I don't think Ronaldo can do the stuff Suarez can do.
I agree. There's certain things Suarez can do. I don't think Ronaldo could do. But it's the other way around as well. I think there's some things that Ronaldo could do that Suarez may slightly struggle.
Yeah.
When it comes
to like, Ronaldo had more hunger for goals and consistency. I think that's the only thing that makes him better than Suarez. But no, just sorry to drag it on. It's them 3 there: Fowler, Torres, and Suarez. I was wrestling with bare man, but it's a narrow 3. I know people are gonna come for me, but I'll go one better in it because it's a narrow 3. Remember, because I'm the manager. You see my 3, I can just drop Suarez behind Torres and Fowler. You got to remember that it's my team, innit? You can alter that.
To be honest with you, Matt, never ever can you come for Drifty again now.
Why?
But I'm the only one here who's actually stuck to positions.
What do you mean?
Bruv, front 3.
So hold on.
The moment
4-3-3, I can't go with 3 strikers.
The moment you said narrow, you said narrow, I knew you could have passed one, bro. I knew
you could. What do you mean? How's that possible?
Do you know why, Matt? Because if you knew what you weren't doing was cheeky, you wouldn't have used the word narrow. You just said your front 3, bro.
No, I'm specifying because when I have to show you, man, the tactics that I'm going to do during the game, I'm going to tell you, man.
You came for me when I played Suarez wide right. You actually came for me, and you wouldn't have done the exact same thing.
No, but I'm playing 3 strikers. I never said there's a left wing and a right wing.
You ain't got no excuses.
Listen, if you know about FIFA, I'm playing up 4-3-2-1.
Look at this, brother. Man was dashing stones at the beginning, and now he's getting all the windows in his house.
Listen, I'm playing 3 strikers.
Fowler on the left. Let that sink into you.
No. Right. For me personally, I'm more devastated he left Mane out his team. I'm actually
all right, guys. If we're gonna have an issue with the 3 narrow strikers,
to be fair, I can't have an issue with you after seeing Drift's team.
No, because what I was going to say is this: I can slightly alter it. It's still a 4-3-3, but Suarez.
Don't do it for us. Don't do it for us.
No, I'm just saying to make more sense. We could just do Suarez drops back a little bit, and you got the 2 strikers. So it's a 4-3-1-2, Cal. It's a fluid formation. Fluid, fam.
Suarez never played there either, but fair enough.
Oh, bruv, don't get me started with your team, please. Your team's a masser.
All right, I'm gonna do mine before Drift finishes off for us. So honourable mentions: John Barnes.
Of course, John Barnes.
It burnt me to leave him out of my team. I'm not.
Yeah, I did. I left him out on purpose because he hurt me with some of the things that he's been saying.
Yeah.
No, but you can't use that rule because you didn't.
Yeah, because Suarez. Yeah, you can't really use that rule.
No, but.
No, Suarez is way worse than what Barnes.
Suarez is worse, but John Barnes just keeps committing like
crime.
Let me leave it there. I don't want to get us in trouble. I'll leave it there. Shout out the football player John Barnes.
Yeah. Honourable mentions to Torres and Suarez. Yeah.
I know exactly what he's done.
Honourable mentions to Michael Owen as well.
Yep, I've worked it out.
On my left-hand side is Mane.
Yep.
Just all worldly, innit? One of the first players who came in and believed in Klopp's methods, and we've seen it come to fruition. Great man as well. Man's cleaning moss toilets and all that. The only thing I wish Mane could do differently in his life is just bick it. That is it. Everything else, that is it. Everything else, as a human being, as a man, he's got a smile that lights up the room. like Mane's the guy.
He does.
You know, the only reason he hasn't picked it is because he does enjoy having the little slash in his head. That, if we're being honest, has become kind of an iconic symbol to him as well. I think if it wasn't for that, I think he would have by now, to be honest.
Maybe. But
because remember, his merchandise has that streak in it and stuff. Like, it's part of him, innit? And I think that is kind of the only reason why he hasn't done it.
Fair enough.
Guys, sorry to cut you, Cal. I've got to do something. You see when Drift changed this thing? I made a mistake. I have to put my hand. I made a mistake.
How many windows got lick out in his house, yeah? And he's trying to repair it.
I made a mistake. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, bro. Sadio, forgive me. Sadio, forgive me. Sadio, forgive me. Yeah? Bruv, Mane, and you know what I'm taking out? Have a guess.
Suarez.
No.
Torres.
Taking out Torres.
Taking out Torres.
Wrong.
Taking out Torres. Taking out Torres. Taking out Torres. No, I'm joking. It's Suarez. It's Suarez.
Oh, bro, I just rubbed it out as well, bro.
It's Suarez. It's Suarez. It's Suarez. Listen.
So Suarez is so Mane's on the right for you then, Matt.
Yeah, so yeah, because Fowler can cut in if he goes on the right. You know what I'm saying? Got that left foot and that, but now Fowler could use both feet. Well, you know what I'm saying? But no, it don't really matter. But Mane's in the team. Suarez, listen, you was a great talent. You've done some things that I've never seen before, but yeah, it's got to be Mane. When you started talking about Mane, fam, Manly started crying, fam. I was like, what was I doing? Mane, forgive me.
Bro, that's what I said. You hurt my heart when you left.
That's Sadio. This is Sadio. Sorry, Cal, this is your moment. I give it back to you, but I had to get it off my chest. I won't be able to live with myself, fam. Man would have come off the stream.
He was literally hearing the vowels, yeah? And does anyone object? It's already gone, you know. Man just jumped off and went, I object!
I want to be with her.
Sadio, please! Oh, Joe.
All right, so... Yeah, so Mane's my first one. He played on the left.
Yeah.
Right-hand side, I've got Salah. Matt Manaman was tough. Matt Manaman was my guy.
Manaman, bro.
But like his goal against Celtic, his goals against Newcastle, like
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Oh. But Salah made me believe again still. Like when like, I'm just being real with you, yeah. You see, when Klopp was there, before we signed Salah, I was like, yeah, this team is going to give me entertaining games, but I don't know if we're going to win trophies with this team here. You see, when Salah touched down and I saw what he started doing, I was like, this man's making believe again. But whenever Liverpool score a goal, brother, and I'm not doing a watch along, I go down and do the Salah celebration where he rests his forehead on the ground.
I know, I've seen you do it, bro.
I've seen you do it as well.
But my little one does it. My little one does it with me.
Do you know what? In honor of Salah,
my little one knows the Salah song. He's 1.5 and knows the Salah song.
In honor of Salah, I'm gonna re-release the video when I went to Rome to get him before we signed him. I'm gonna go back in the archive and I'm gonna get the video when I went Rome.
I remember that video still. I actually remember. I
was bare chest and everything, taking in the rays, and I was looking for Salah still.
And then my striker is Robbie Fowler.
Yeah.
He's probably top 3 my all-time favorite Liverpool players. Probably top 2. Like he's my guy. He's my guy. So it's got to be Fowler. So my front 3: Mane, Salah, and Fowler. Honourable mention to Firmino.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was quite convinced you might have fit Firmino in somehow. Because remember, this is about favourite, not about best.
But I'm being fair.
I know how Carl feels about, like, you see Fowler. When it comes to Fowler, I know how he feels about Fowler, bro. Because I feel the same.
No, but I'm quite surprised.
But Fowler different, bro.
Team over Firmino. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, but okay, yeah. You got a point.
I'm very shocked.
That I'm a little bit. Yeah. No, maybe that one.
You could have gone 4-3-3 with the front 3 being an upside down triangle, and you could have played Mane and Fowler up front and played Bobby in the 10.
But Bobby doesn't play 10 for Liverpool, never has. Maybe
But-
once or twice.
But he's capable. It's not like you would have been being stupid if you did that.
But he's never played there, bro. It's not fair. It's not fair to put him in over a Coutinho who did play there.
No, that's fair play. That's fair play.
He
Drift.
played the game too strict, bro.
One of us has got to, innit? And then Drift, now down to your final two.
Honorable mentions to my guy Jibril. I love that dude.
Shout out to Jibril. By the way, I already know who your two are.
Love that dude. Also want to shout out to my boy Ian. Love that dude growing up as well. Combinations, goals. Arguably our biggest legend behind Kenny and Gerrard. This level. Absolutely loved him as a kid. Shout out to Stan Collymore. I don't care if he was a bit of a madman. As a kid, I was more gassed than you've ever seen in your life when we signed him. I know I was young. I was really young. But I remember it was the same summer that Arsenal signed Bergkamp. And we had the best signing that summer. That's the levels. If you think about Bergkamp now, everybody was talking about us. We'd made the signing of the summer getting Stan Collymore. For all the youngers who don't realise, Stan Collymore could have been the greatest English striker ever. I'm not even exaggerating. If you're talking about pure ability, he could have been the best English striker ever. Obviously, he's got a lot of demons in it. But I loved Stan Collymore. Robbie Fowler, I have to give an honourable mention. That was my dude growing up as well.
He's not there.
But
No, he's not.
he didn't make my team still.
I know he's there then. I know he's there. I know he's there.
And you know, I even have to give an honourable mention to Ryan Babel because I know he's more of a winger, but I love that dude as well. And I feel like Rafa Benitez really did ruin his career. And I think he could have gone on to be a great footballer as well. But my strike force is going to be full platter with two sides.
Yep.
And I'm not sharing. And Michael Owen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew as well.
Sensational. I know all of you lot can't, and I don't mean you, I mean all the viewers. I know everyone can't get out of their head that he went to Man United. I can. Michael Owen was an absolute sensation for Liverpool, and I will never forget that. He was the one for me who made us relevant again. Because at that time, it was quite difficult for us to be relevant. I know Julia came in and did change things, and we did improve. We went and won on the European stage and stuff like that. So Julia's got a massive part to play in that. Don't get me wrong, he does. And obviously there was other players involved. But for me, Michael Owen made us relevant again. He was so good that the fact he played for Liverpool made Liverpool relevant again. We've been irrelevant for a long time. We had. And that's even with Rush, Barnes, Fowler, McManaman, all these legends that we had at the club. We became stale and unrelevant. And Michael Owen came true and it was like, no, I'm gonna put Liverpool back on the map, and he did. He won the Ballon d'Or. The Ballon d'Or, you know that thing everyone cheats now, and it's just Messi, Ronaldo. Michael Owen was a Liverpool player, and he won the Ballon d'Or.
Agreed. Yeah,
and I will never forget goals like the goals he scored, like Barcelona. That FA Cup final is just legendary. Legendary. I struggle in my mind to think of a game where one player for us single-handedly, like a final, where one player single-handedly turned the game round. I know
Gerrard West Ham. Gerrard West Ham, bro.
Yeah, I think Gerrard. But you want to know what, though? Even though Gerrard's performance against West Ham was better than Michael Owen's performance as a whole, it still went to penalties in that game against West Ham. So Gerrard got the equaliser, but he didn't win the game, if you get what I mean. So he's over. Michael Owen turned that game. He flipped that game on his head.
No, I hear that.
Different way. Like that goal he scored when he, as Callum's already said, he ended Martin Keown and Dixon's career. Like he ended the two man's careers. And we're talking about two of the best defenders who've ever played. Like for me, I'll never forget what Michael Owen did. And I know he went Man United, but I don't let that cloud my judgment. And Nando speaks for itself. I don't think I've ever been as heartbroken as I was when he went to Chelsea. and I'm trying to just blank that out as well while I'm thinking about this. He was a real superstar.
Fair
a
enough.
real superstar.
No, it was.
All right.
Quickly,
Superb.
last one. Quickly, just want to say quickly. Honorable mention as well to my guy D Studge. How can I forget Daniel Sturridge?
Yes.
He
yeah.
wasn't long at the club, but you see D Studge, that was my guy, you know.
Yeah, how did
And
I forget
fifth,
Studge, man?
you're forgetting honorable mention as well, bruv. Your guy.
Origi.
I did that. I
Origi.
did that on purpose. I don't want this to become a Origi bashing. I'm sick of it now. I did it on purpose. No, I'm not joking. Like, my love for him is starting to make people cuss him more than they normally would. I'm drawing back now. I've even squashed the video I was gonna do because I realized all it's gonna do is just make people start piling on him.
It will. It will.
So, you know what I mean? Because if I'm being honest with you, that was a big struggle of mine as well, and I'm being serious. That was a massive struggle to leave
D
him out.
Studge,
I'm
man.
not
That's
going
my
there.
guy, man. D Studge.
Well, guys, massive thank you. Now it's down to you guys. Pick your favorite 11 and leave it in the comments. Do you agree? Well, to be honest, you can't really disagree or agree with what we've done. It's our favorites. It's our personal favorites. All you can really do is like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop your favorites in the comments below. We've said our team. It's now down to you guys. But as always, thanks for supporting us. Thanks for watching the video.
Guilty, you know? I feel really guilty. I feel really guilty. This is difficult, man.
It was, Bob. It was.
I feel really guilty.
Right, well, you shoehorned in a lot of Man U too, so you shouldn't be.
Not really.
Oh, no,
Just
you're not. Sorry, Carl. I know you're trying to. Just quickly before we go, 1 second. Not all bias aside, which team wins?
Mine's the most balanced.
Is it though? Is it though?
Yes, it is. We'll let the people decide. We'll let the people.
All I want to say is, to just back up my argument, is that my front five, is Mane, Gerrard, Coutinho, Nando's, and Owen. I personally don't think anything stops that, regardless of what you do.
Yeah, but your team can't defend the counter.
I've got Hammond and Henderson. We'll be fine with Virgil, Hoopier, and Carragher at the back. We'll be fine, bro.
Bro, they'll be
We'll
getting
be fine.
countered every single time.
We'll be fine, bro.
We'll let
when
the people
Coutinho threads that ball from on my team, and then you've got Mane. Fuck Mane, Torres, and Fowler. And then I've got Virgil and Daniel Agger. Bro, I leave it there. Possession, it's a possession thing.
We'll let the people decide. We'll let the people decide. But people, as always, thank you very much. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. We are Kop-ish and we are out, people. Take care.
Hey.
Hey.